All right, here I am. There's a roadhouse here. Got some fuel, so I fueled up on food also, and finally for $5 I can have a shower here. So a hot shower, haven't had one for days, so I can only imagine how that will feel. Amazing, probably. Okay, now I'm showered, feeling like $1,000,000 and ready to move on. And custard with jelly. Oh, it's the perfect dessert. It's not bad actually. The custard I bought, I'm still recovering from it. The worst decision today, eat that custard. It wasn't even that good. Too much jelly. Custard was good though, but it's bad. Oh, more animals. I didn't know Australia had this in the wild. Look at this. Mr. Camel. The camels are very popular here. Okay, I'm very near Uluru. So I'm here. It's the next day's morning, and I'm here at the Olgas or the Katajuta, and I'll have a quick look and then I can move on to Uluru. Yeah, so I went to the sunrise viewing area, and there's tons of people there, and I'm kind of feeling sick, so I'm gonna do something else. Breakfast. Okay, so a little bit about my experience in Uluru. It was my main destination in Australia. I really wanted to go there and experience it. So I was finally there, and I got ready for it by having a huge breakfast, just like you saw in the video, but I actually ended up even eating a lot more because I had to get ready for the huge day. So after the breakfast I headed to the park, and there was a tour going on, so obviously I took the tour, and I was very lucky because one of the tour guides was Aboriginal himself, so he was still in touch with the culture and doing the practices, rituals, and all around he was a very knowledgeable guy. So we went around the rock a little bit, and there's all these different places that have a different significance. For example, some places are more for women, some are more for men. The Aboriginals still keep a distinction between that. Even when they do laundry, they don't put it all together, they keep it apart. Some places were for bush boys, where they learned from the elders how to do hunting, bushcraft and fighting, and some places were more for women and girls, but they didn't really explain that because some of the things are very sacred to the Aboriginals, and to this day they don't really like to share these things. So a bit about the people of that area. They're called the Anangu. They came from the north, and they saw this huge rock formation, and right away they knew that this is gonna be a great place for ritual. So they carved out a totem, put it up, and that signified that the ritual has started. Ritual is something that can go from a couple of weeks up to a couple of months. The ritual is over only when it's over. So the Anangu are very simple people. For example, how they do counting. They count up to only 4 or 5, and after that they just call it many. And that goes with a lot of things. Everything that they considered outside of the survival process or not sacred to them, they just didn't care about it. Same applies to how they did hunting and gathering. They only took what they needed and no more. During the tour we were taught 3 main words. One of the words is palya. Palya can mean okay, yes, no, let's go, or even many other things. Another word is Tukarpa. Tukarpa is the basis of their existence. Tukarpa describes how everything was created, how the rocks were created, how the animals, how the land, how the people and everything around them was created. Tukarpa is considered the sacred law and the morals for Anangu. And the third word is Enma. Enma can be translated as ritual. And obviously, like many other societies, the Anangu also had creation stories about different things that happened around the rock or even further away. So around that area, Uluru is obviously the main centerpiece, but there's two more rock formations. To the east, it's Attila or Mount Connor, and to the west, it's Kara-Juda or the Olgas. Uluru also is called Ayers Rock. After the tour was over, I asked the guide about the Aboriginal spiritual practices and the rituals. He said he can't really share it again because they consider it so sacred. But what he did say, if you do want to learn about it, go to Kara-Juda and just sit there. So that's what I ended up doing. I went there again the same night and the next morning. And without a doubt, it's a very powerful place. Kara-Juda in the west is more for men, and the Attila rock in the east is more for women. And Uluru is where both of these come together. So that's why Uluru is very important to their culture.
Kind of a look. Then you can see rather than talking about it.
He's throwing it?
Ask him. You.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, I have here these Aboriginal weapons that they used to hunt, and this is the spear. You can see the whole thing.
Yeah.
And this is the spear thrower, right? So how it works is that there's a tip in here, and then this one has a little cavity, and you can put it in here. And now I hold it with 2 fingers.
Yeah.
And now if I'm ready, I can
And this is,
throw it.
we call this one, it's like a glue.
Glue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mirror.
Good job. This is how you kill a kangaroo.
We call this one mirror.
Nero?
Yeah, mirror. This one is like a glue. Call it kitty.
How is it?
Kitty.
Kitty.
That's a shield.
Shield?
Shield.
This is shield?
So when you're fighting
So-
someone.
This is shield, right?
And this one here is also to hit something over the head.
Yep.
And that the long one there that you can see there.
Uh-huh.
That's to knock it on over the head too. You can use that or that or that.
Ah,
And
okay.
that's a shield when you're fighting someone.
For the final. Okay, and the boomerang is used for
No, not here. Not boomerangs not really used here. Hunting ducks. Did you hear about that?
No.
So the boomerang that comes back, get down south, they'll throw it, and it'll scare the ducks. So the ducks here, you throw it,
Uh-huh.
and it'll fly off, but the boomerang will come, and it makes it more easier for you to get,
Ah,
to throw rocks and sticks at it.
okay.
So if there's ducks here and you throw the boomerang, the one that comes back, because we haven't got boomerangs here. It's only for fighting or knocking something over in the head. But down there, I hear, if the ducks were here and you throw it, it'll fly, then it'll
Come back.
try and make it come back. And if we're standing here, it's easier for us to kill it and eat
Okay.
it. But the boomerang is more for fighting.
Mm.
Yeah. In other parts of Aboriginal Australia, the boomerang was used for hunting. Here, not so much for hunting, it was for fighting.
So this is Mount Connor, the third of these sacred places for the Aboriginals, and this is a little bit farther away. And that's on private land, so can't really. That's about as close as I can get. So it's emus, but from a little bit closer. Very straightforward.